In this video, I'm going to show you how to combine the LibreOffice Calc advanced filter with regular expressions and impress all your colleagues with your powerful magic. Okay, so let's get going with this LibreOffice Calc, or it should also work with OpenOffice, but let's say LibreOffice Calc advanced filter. First of all, what we're going to do is I'm going to be filtering on the page title column. I mean, you could filter on any column or any combination, but let's just do it with the page title. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the page title header there to cell I1 and just type page title if you want also. What makes the Calc advanced filter so powerful is you can combine it with what's known as regular expressions. There's a blog post that goes with this, which you can get at businessprogrammer.com/go/118, where you'll also be able to download the spreadsheet that comes with it. We've got 44 rows of data, which I have taken from my LibreOffice base database that manages my blog posts. So say, for example, you want to find rows of data that contain the text LibreOffice anywhere in the data. So what I'm going to do is we got to put in some regular expression wildcards. So if I press the period sign or the full stop sign, whichever way you want to call it, the full stop sign or period sign means give me any single character. And then if I put the asterisk next to it, that says 0 or many times. So basically the asterisk says give me the preceding character 0 or an infinite amount of times. Okay, so then I type LibreOffice. So what I've got at the moment would pull back a query which says LibreOffice at the end of a sentence, because it's give me anything before LibreOffice, but I don't have anything after it. So then I put in a period sign again to say any single character, and then put an asterisk next to it, and that basically says give me any lines which have LibreOffice contained within them. So let's execute the query. So click on your main list, then go to Data, More Filters, Advanced Filter, and then in the criteria area, you paint the criteria you're looking for, and then click on the Options tab, click on Copy Results To, click on Regular Expression, click within the Copy Results To area. Then what I'm going to do in this instance is I'm going to click on any cell that's clear, i.e. there's a clear column to the left and there's clear rows above. So I'm just going to click into cell H5 in this instance, and I click OK. And so now we've got a data set that contains just LibreOffice within it. So look, LibreOffice, there. So now if I want to have rows that only contain LibreOffice at the beginning of the row, I'm just going to take out the period and asterisk sign at the beginning. And so we've now got LibreOffice and anything at the end. So for clarity, I'm just going to delete the previous data, and I'm going to do the query again. So Data, More Filters, Advanced Filter, paint your criteria area, expand the options, click Copy Results To, Regular Expression, and paint the area that I wanted to. You only have to click on the first cell, and the regular expression, the advanced filter engine, does everything for you. Click OK, and now we've just got one row of data that had LibreOffice at the beginning. And if we just quickly eyeball, so it says ID 20. So if we quickly eyeball the data, there's ID 20 LibreOffice at the beginning, and nowhere else is LibreOffice at the beginning of the sentence. So now let's say that we want to see a row that ends with a particular term. So let's say we want a row that ends with the word base for LibreOffice base. What we've got to do is do the period sign and then the asterisk and then type base, which means give me base at the end of the sentence and anything beforehand. So let's now do this query, clicking in the data range, then doing Data, More Filters, Advanced Filter, paint your criteria, expand the options, Copy Results To, Regular Expressions, click on the ID field, and you see we have 3 rows that end in base. In this instance, we've got database, base, and base. So database isn't exactly what we were looking for. So there's another little regular expression term that you can put in. We know base is a word as opposed to just database. So a regular expression to delimit words is \b. So if we put \b before base, you could also put a \b after it, but it doesn't matter in this instance because we want it to be the end of a word. But if you wanted to pull out a particular word, like for example at, and not have at inside another word, you put \b either side of the at. So let's try it this time, and hopefully with the \b we should just get these two rows here. So if I delete the existing data and I click on the row on the range, then I do data, more filters, advanced filter, paint the range again, click on copy results, regular expression, paint the first cell H5, click OK, and now we have base. In Calc, if you want to delete a selection, you press the backspace key and then you can choose delete all. If the delete all isn't already pre-selected, you can press your A key to select it and then press OK, and everything is deleted. So in this instance, I want to find rows that contain either WordPress, ribbon, or import. There's going to be two ways of doing it. First, we're going to do it the good old, well, a fusion method. Let's get into cooking. And my fusion is going to be a fusion of regular expressions and the old advanced filter method. So to do that, I'm going to type dot star or dot asterisk again, or dot asterisk again, and I'm going to type WordPress and dot asterisk again. And I'm going to go down to the next row and I'm going to type ribbon. So this means I want them anywhere in the rows, and I'm also going to type import and dot asterisk again. So what I'm saying here is give me rows that contain WordPress, or that contain ribbon, or that contain import. So let's do this particular query right now. Clicking on the range, data, more filters, advanced filter, paint all of the range. Click on options, copy results to regular expression, and I'm going to put the answer here, and OK. We've got import in this one, we've got WordPress in this one, and we have the ribbon in that particular one. So that was using the fusion method of advanced filter and regular expressions. Now let's try out a regular expression method only within the advanced filter. So the difference with the regular expression only method is we're not going to have to expand down through rows. We can do it all in the one row. So again, what I'm going to do is dot asterisk and dot asterisk again. And within those dot asterisks, I'm going to create a group area. So the first set of dot asterisks are to say that we want everything before the words, and the last set everything after the words. And what we're then going to do is I'm going to type WordPress, pipe symbol, which is the sort of computer programming symbol for R. On my UK keyboard, it's next to the Z. It may be somewhere else on a US keyboard. And then I'm going to type ribbon and pipe symbol again, and then I'm going to type import. So what I'm saying is I want anything before the words, and I'll take anything after the words, but give me WordPress or ribbon or import. So again, I'm going to just Control asterisk on this, delete all the data there, just so we have proof that it's actually working. Click on the data range, data, more filters, advanced filter, paint the range, options, copy results to regular expression, and let's put it there. And you can see that's given us the exact same result. Finally, the other way of doing a search is, so in that search we widened our search across different areas, but now what I want to do is I want to narrow the search. So that means out of all this data, I want to find some rows that have certain characteristics. Let's say I want to find a database article that was done in 2017. So if I type into here base, so star asterisk base, and I'm going to do \b because I want a word boundary, base, and I'm going to do \b again, and then dot star. And so I want anything that's beginning with any page title that contains the word base, because I want LibreOffice base database examples, and I want it to be 2017. So I put in the year and it's got to be 2017. Okay, so let's just try this query first. Again, I'm going to just delete all of this. And let's do the query. So data, more filters, advanced filter, paint my criteria, but in this instance, that's my criteria, both page title and year. Expand the options, copy results to regular expression, and we will put the results here, which again is cell H5. Click OK. So how to create a LibreOffice base split database. I created the article in 2017, January, February, March, April. So 14th of April 2017, how to create a LibreOffice base split database. But in addition to that, let's say I don't want to do it based on the year, but I want, let's just see, what else can we do? No code. So let's say I want a base article that didn't involve coding, because I know I've done one recently, maybe even this month. So what I'll do this instance is I'll put page title here. Yes, I know I'm pasting into cells that already exist. And I know it said no code, but I'll just put in code. So again, dot asterisk \B for word boundary. I'm going to put code in, and \B for word boundary again. So that means instead of just putting in a space, I think it handles other stuff like maybe carriage returns and things like that. So it's looking for the word code. The \B either side is saying I'm dealing with a word. And now I'm going to put the wildcard either side again, so star asterisk. So we'll look. So you'll notice we're looking. So this means that the line has to have base in it, and it's got to have code in it. And you do that via repeating the column title. And now let's run that query again. So data, more filters, advanced filter, paint, and let's click OK. So I don't have it in this particular one. Oh no, base and images. Let's do one. So it's proof of concept. We haven't had data there, but let's try putting images in now and see what we get. And so this is, I guess, more or less what a real search, how a real search would work. So I'll put image into it. And now let's try the query again. Data, more filters, advanced filter, paint the criteria again, and copy results to regular expression. And we're going to put it to this cell and OK. Sean isn't having a good day today, is he? So I'm going to take off the word boundary there because I'm wondering, did I use images rather than image? So let's try it again. Data, more filters, advanced filter, paint the range, and copy results to a regular expression, and it goes there. Click OK. There we go. It was images. So yeah, I think it's actually useful to put in mistakes, because you'll probably have these mistakes and sometimes the data just isn't there, and I think it's worth showing that. Ain't that America? Okay, so now let's say you want to find a piece of data or a row that contains a blank cell, because you know there's a blank cell in there somewhere. So if we look at our data here, we can see that under the page URL, I've got a blank cell there. So how do we pull out this particular row of data if the only piece of information that we have is that it's a blank cell? Well, let's do that right now. So I only need one column for that. So I'm going to delete that particular column, and I know it's the page URL I'm working with. So page URL. And so the way you find a blank column is that you put in the start of line character, which is the, I guess, what would you call it? The circumflex. I think it's the one above the 6. So it's that symbol there. And then $ means the end of a line. Now, normally in regular expressions, if you want to indicate that something is at the end of a line, you would put the $sign at the end. If you put the $ in LibreOffice Calc, it makes no difference. But in terms of regular expressions, it helps to do that. So what this effectively says is the character after this symbol is the start of the line, and the $ says the character before that symbol is the end of the line. Now, if you put nothing between them, that means there's nothing after the start and there's nothing before the end, and that should give us the blank cell, because we're effectively saying, hey, return me a cell with nothing. So let's go and get these blank cells now. Let's just see if there's any surprises. So I click on the data and I go data, more filters, advanced filter, paint my criteria, click options, copy results to regular expressions, click in the copy results to area here, and I'm going to choose a cell and click OK. And we've got two rows that contain blank cells. We've got the one I was expecting, data hiding, but of course we've also got Excel. So there's how you find blank cells. So in this instance, I want to now pull back all data that does not contain any blank cells in the page URL. So what that will mean is it will pull me back all data with the exception of row 34 with ID 34 and ID 99. And the way you do that, you put in your period sign to say give me any character, but then it gets modified with the plus sign. And the plus sign means give me one or more instances of something. Period asterisk means give me 0 or more instances, which is a pure wildcard. This is a slightly more restricted wildcard because it's saying there's got to be at least one character, one to many for period plus, 0 to many for period asterisk. Data, more filters, advanced filter, paint this, options, copy results to regular expressions, and let's put it into H5 and go. And so now we should have, if we look here, it's 33, 34, 35. So we should have 33, 35, you see? So 34 hasn't been brought back. And if we go down to the bottom, we've got 99 for Excel, but it wasn't brought back. So we've covered all permutations and combinations of what you can do to get started really powerfully with the LibreOffice Calc Advanced Filter. You can get this spreadsheet at businessprogrammer/go/118. Get onto the mailing list, download the spreadsheet, the details will be mailed to you. And I'll also send you an email whenever I produce a new video or blog post.